This is Gerardo Del Real live from the 2024 Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit. Joining me today on a historic day is the CEO of one of the most undervalued gold plays in the entire resource space. I'm talking, of course, of Mr. Hugh Agro, CEO of Revival Gold. Hugh,
good to be with you.
So good to catch you in person.
Historic day, I love
Historic day, historic record gold price, the highest it's ever been.
It's auspicious, and I've never felt more confident about our story.
Well, the story keeps getting better. You had a transformational change that happened earlier this year that I know was very intentional. A lot of thought went into it, and I think the market's finally going to start understanding the intent behind it. We're starting to see M&A picks up. We start to see record high gold prices on a weekly to monthly basis. I think now the mid-tiers and the majors are looking for companies that have production profiles, that have scale, that are in great jurisdictions, and companies that could be profitable quickly. And Merkur really was a game changer and checks a lot of those boxes. Can you talk to us about the intent that went into that?
Yeah, it sure does check a lot of boxes. First of all, 1.6 million ounces of heap leachable gold. That more than doubled our heap leachable gold. And if you remember the transaction metrics, we gave up a third of our market cap to be able to do that. So very accretive on that basis for our shareholders. Secondly, it's on private ground. And that's very important in the United States because we want to move these projects through permitting, and you can do so much more quickly through state regulators than through the more cumbersome federal process. Lastly, we've picked up a district. This is a Carlin-type deposit. These things are rare. In the Nevada, the state of Nevada, these are the projects that lead to multi-million ounce discoveries, and this one hasn't been touched in any way, shape, or form since the 90s. And so lots of new exploration techniques can be brought to bear. In the meantime, we've got a 1.6 million ounces of gold, and we're marching that to a PEA.
Clearly the intent with Merkur was to check a lot of those boxes. You now check the infrastructure box, you check the heap leachable box, you're going to check the margin box because the economics look good at lower gold prices, and I suspect we get continued record high gold prices. We've seen Idaho recently issue a permit, a key permitting decision for Perpetua Resources. That was received very well by the market. So great time to be in Idaho, great time to have heap leachable gold. How do you prioritize the amazing exploration upside that you now have with the mandate, right, to also try to get in production as quickly as possible and capture the sweet spot of that profit cycle?
Well, first a call out to you and your subscribers for being involved in Perpetua and enjoying that upside and that project. It's a wonderful milestone for Perpetua. They had to go through a lot of hoops to get that permit. We're in a much more simple setting,
right.
And of course we have the support of the local community. We have an existing plan of operation, and as you picked up, key aspect for Revival Gold is to go to these locations where we've got existing infrastructure, lowers risk, improves timelines to permitting, and of course it makes for lower capital costs to get over that barrier. But going back to Perpetua and the success of that permitting milestone, that's great for Idaho, it's great for us. It demonstrates that this is a state that's got a lot of future in gold, and it makes us a standout as we think about the potential for a revaluation of the Bear Track Garnet asset in the wake of that great success at Perpetua.
What comes next? You had some excellent metallurgical results here at Merkur recently, and I know that I think we're going to close the year out really strong.
Yeah, that's the first step, right? So we acquired the project in May. We got immediately to work with 5 column tests, 84% average extraction rates from those columns on a half-inch crush for the heap leach. That's important because that data is used input into the economic study. We'll work through the engineering steps, the geological modeling as next steps on the process, but we're lined up for a PEA by the end of first quarter next year. And why is that important? It converts ounces into NAV, net asset value. That shows the pathway to free cash flow.
I got to believe you have potential strategic partners that want to dance and that at the very least are knocking at the door and ringing your phone line. How have those meetings progressed? And I know you can only comment so much.
Yeah, listen, you know that we're pretty active on that front, right? We've got an A-class board, and we've got some great connections with the senior gold industry, and these guys are aware of what we're doing. A number of them are active in our data room. been out to this project, and we like to keep them all up to speed on what we're doing. And at the right time and place, you'll see us be active with those guys, with peers, and with potential M&A. It's just a matter of choosing the right time and the right place. I think we got a lot upside in our stock. I've never been more confident about where we are today. We've got a great underlying arrangement on our Bear Track property that's been recently retooled to our favor. It's a win-win kind of deal. We've got these metallurgical test results. We've got a PEA on the come. Lots of milestones, and this is going to be an exciting next 6 months, I believe.
I'm excited. I can't wait. Hugh Agro, thank you very much.
Thanks, Gerardo.